Should we just start with Gee being a complete slut?
It's Lil Baby.
Yo, bro, loved your Riz. Like, why didn't you win? Like, sorry, I'm putting an accent because I was assuming they're fobs. Maybe they're not. But
Yeah, like short broke ugly men. And then all the short broke ugly men came.
Friends I have now, I actually got to know them, and they are disgusting.
the face card is half the battle.
Did I say that?
Wait, why?
What did you say?
I said something about like UTD brown boys or something.
What did you say?
That was
What did you say?
no.
Welcome to episode 70 of Conversations with Chai. I'm your host, Ram Choli, aka Lil Baby Ram, and today I have with me from the cast of Desi Me Dating, I got Akash, and I got Saumya Gopal with me. I also got Sam here for some reason.
What's up?
I can't explain Sam. I can't explain Sam being here outside of the fact that just Sam likes anything messy and filled with tea.
It's true. I'm an honest, onlooker, if you will. Yeah.
Sam's like, I can provide the audience perspective. Appreciate y'all doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Where should we start? Should we just start with Gee being a complete slut? Okay, so
So good.
So I had a theory. Not a theory. I was like, yo, there's nobody who's a certified sniper that would ever agree to do the show. And I got two certified snipers who agreed to do the show. I was sitting around, I'd be like, yo, y'all could never catch me on this because why would a sniper go on this? But you turned it down.
Yeah.
You turned it down to the camera.
I was like,
He knew that people were watching, but even then he couldn't help himself. Had the jumka already.
yeah, I was like, got to commit to the bit, just.
Is it weird for? I'm not putting y'all out there like that, but as snipers, is it weird knowing that like a bunch of people are gonna watch y'all like essentially trying to risk somebody up?
I actually thought it was expected. Like my friends, a lot of this saw the episode, and then they were like, "Yep, this is exactly what you're like. Like no surprises here. Like they didn't even have to watch past 5 minutes. They were like, yeah, this is you."
You didn't really turn it down. Like
Yeah. I mean, no, he turned it down a little bit.
A little bit. I
He
was a
didn't
little
get
nervous.
much time to even like riz.
Yeah, it was time constraints, and then contrary to popular belief, I can be a little bit shy and nervous. That's first time being on camera on a show like that. So
obviously Popshift for Desi Me Dating this season changed up the format a little bit, right? Y'all did 1v4s.
1v4 is insane.
1v4.
It's not Smash Bros.
I call it running a 4-man, but yeah. That's
Running a 4-man is crazy. But what did you guys think about the format this time? Like it was kind of like Love is Blind-esque a little bit, right? Like you're not really seeing the person, right? And like you're you're basically just going off of conversation person. Like you thought that, hey, if they could see you would have cooked more?
Oh, for sure. I think the face card is half the battle.
Friends I have now, I actually got to know them, and they are disgusting. Like,
Wait, what?
in the most friendship way possible. It's like I literally see them as a bro.
Okay.
Like that's the way I'm trying to.
Wait, but you call me bro.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh.
Bro.
That's crazy. Disgusting and crazy.
Respectfully.
Wait, you said that most men.
You don't know what you're
he
missing?
did cook though. Like you
No,
could
you
like
cooked.
comparing him to the other three guys, and like the first 5 minutes, it was night and day. Like how you were making her laugh.
I think that worked against him though.
Wait, why?
Because you can't be that good. like that in itself is a
2
red
seasons?
flag.
Yeah, that's fair. No, but that's the whole point of the show. I feel like for me, I had to tone it down hella because I didn't want to get canceled. So I was like, yes. I don't do anything crazy. What are you talking about? I didn't riz at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know that people know you, right?
No, because one of my friends texted me. She's like, bro, this is not you. You have way more banner. Banner.
Banto.
Banta in it. Yeah. So then I was like, yeah, because in the last season, some people were like, bro, why'd they say that? Why'd they say that? So I was like, let me take that part out. And I made it really PC. Then it made it a little boring though,
Was that a real fear walking in?
For me.
Not for me. I like forgot to say some things, if anything. So that's yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think you really win in that situation, right? Like obviously like last season, like Nick got a lot of flack, right? But think about it. Like I obviously what's her name? Zara from your episode, right? I didn't think that she said anything crazy, but you look at the comments, like people are gonna find
It's crazy.
a reason to shit on anything.
Well, do you guys actually take the comments into consideration, even if it's like a no name, there's no profile picture, 0 followers? Like, does that still matter?
No, if it's like constant, it's a lot of people saying it, then I'm like, damn. Because it's a digital footprint, if anything, but it's not like, oh, I really believe this person and what this person is saying. If it's a person, you know.
Yeah, I don't think there were too many about me specifically. It was more around the guys, or like Garin, because he like obviously ended up winning in the episode. So I wasn't too worried about that. Also, when you sign up for something like this or this, then like, I don't know, you're asking for it. It's the internet. It's a ruthless place, you know? So it's, yeah.
It absolutely is, because me and Sam read some of the comments on the first episode. Sam just loves anything messy, right? So he's gonna listen to every single comment. But we looked at some of the comments from like your episode, right? And a lot of it just feels like, anytime I look at people on the internet, I'm just like, who are you behind the screen? Because a lot of it is just like, you're a loser.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, what? Who's a loser?
Like the people behind some of the comments.
Yeah, it's a bunch of incels. Like
it really is, because
it's like, who are you talking about? Not me.
A lot of the comments obviously were against were like kind of shitting on Zara, right?
Yeah.
And me and Sam were like, we read the comments first and then watched the video, and we're like, what are they even on about?
No,
here?
here's the thing though, is I think a lot of people like hate on girls more often than guys on the internet. Like, guys can be funny and trashy and people be like, oh, he's so humorous. But if a girl does it, then she's like crazy, she's a slut, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if a girl said the same thing as a guy.
No, absolutely. Because I think that one of the things that like we kind of noted on is like, guys on the internet just hate confidence from a girl regardless.
Because they're insecure.
Yeah.
Like if
Which sucks.
Like if a girl is confident on the internet, like you are gonna get dragged for it, right? Like I got like obviously like, you know, we all have a bunch of friends in New York that do the influencing thing or on social, right? And it's like anytime that they're not just super like, oh, perfect and nice, right?
Yeah.
They're going to get dragged for whatever it is, right? Just like if a girl comes on and says like, yo, I'm bad, or yo, I have this going for me.
I'm bad. I'm gonna start saying that. Yo, I'm bad.
Say so we can clip part of it, right? But again, if you came on it, who you actually are, if you presented more of that on the show, regardless of like what it was, they would have dragged it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, yo, let me pull back a little bit.
And you know what's crazy is you talked about us being snipers in the beginning, and I think a lot of the internet is fucked. We all know that. It's chopped, it's cooked. But I think a lot of guys, both in real life, who are insecure and make those comments about girls who are confident in themselves or independent, I'm convinced, I have a theory that guys who can't pull do that kind of ugly behavior, you know? Because if
He's
they
being a sniper right now. You don't even know that he's sniping and clip farming right now.
like a lot of people hate on that kind of behavior when they see a confident girl, but like when I see that, you know, I mean, not saying that I pull or anything, but but it's like I see a girl like that, I'm like, oh shit, like that's hype. Like they're matching my energy, you know? Like I'm like, yeah, that's hype. Like I'm into that. Yeah.
Again, like you think about like just hate as a concept as a whole is just for people who have some sort of insecurity within them, like themselves, right? Like, because again, like people watching that, like you have to think like who is A, consuming it, right? And B, has that much of an opinion on other people dating.
Such detailed opinions too. Some people are writing paragraphs out here, you know?
Really?
Off just like a 30-minute clip. They have this like crazy, you know, soliloquy they need to go on. They just don't have anyone else to tell it to, you know? They don't have friends. It's tough. It's sad to see.
That's true.
But you know, it's entertaining for me to watch, or at least read. You know?
What made you guys kind of want to do this though?
Yeah.
So I've been in New York for 5 years now, dating on and off, in relationships on and off, mostly with other Desi people. So having seen the show before and having had friends that have done it in the past, I was like, yeah, it seems like a good opportunity to get myself out there. And I feel like I'd be lying if I didn't say everyone's trying to become like a micro-influencer, including myself. So
no one wants to be a micro-influencer, bro. Just say influencer.
I'm being realistic. Yeah, I'm being pragmatic. Yeah. Start low and then, you know, we'll get there. So I thought it was a good way to just get my name out there and just meet people. I'll be honest, I wasn't going in with the intention of getting a relationship out of this at all, obviously. Or maybe it's not obvious, but yeah, it was more for just for fun.
For me, I was in like back-to-back relationships my entire life. And then when I moved to New York, I was single. And then I was like, this is a cool opportunity because I'll never be able to do it, you know? And then also I feel like you're not only exposed to whoever you're dating in the show, but then you do get exposed to a different audience that now gets to see you. And that could even be like, oh, I saw you on the show and I like you.
That's Saumya's way of saying that she got a bunch of DMs after the show. That was her nice way of saying, yo, my DMs went crazy.
Nah.
Did the DMs go crazy after?
I got some follows, no DMs. Actually, I got some DMs from guys, but not like not like that. But it was more of just like supportive shit. They were just like, "Yo, bro, loved your Riz. Like, you know, why didn't you win?" Like, sorry, putting an accent because I was assuming they're fobs. Maybe they're not, but yeah, that's yeah.
I played the fifth
I
track.
didn't even answer the question.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Got some in-person interactions too. You know, pulled up to a party a couple weeks after, and people were like, "Oh my God, your episode, you were so good." And I'm just like, "Oh, please, autographs later." Like, yeah.
I do think that that's like the real cool part, A, of like New York, but B, like the specific like demo, right? Is because like it's so concentrated, right? Like into what it is. Like I would say, like for even like this podcast, right? For Desi Me Dating, right? You would think like based off of like viewership, you wouldn't be as recognizable just walking around New York, but you guys can attest to like how common it is being shown in that. Like, cause I always say like, yo, that 10,000, you have to ask where that 10,000, like let's say you got 10,000 views or whatever it is now, you have to ask where that is. Yeah. It's like, yo, it's like, cause I think about it, I'm like, yo, like there's so many times like walking around that it's like, oh, like I recognize you from the podcast or I recognize you from whatever. It's like, yo, we don't got the viewership for you to be recognizing me from anything, right? Like, but again, it's where that market is, right? And it is very concentrated in New York, and especially in the circles that we be like moving around in too.
Yeah.
No, you literally never know who's gonna see it, because sometimes I'll post a video and there'll be like a celebrity that saw it, because it's like they're ghost viewing, they're not gonna like or engage with it. But then that video with Popshift that was like blowing up or whatever, I think it's at 400K or something. People from like high school, the crust of the earth, everyone's like, yo, I saw your thing on my For You page. And I was like, you should not have been seeing that. And I really wish they clipped the last part, because I was like, why did I say that?
Wait, why?
What did you say?
I said something about like UTD brown boys or something.
What did you
Like,
say?
that was
What did you say?
I can
What
quote
did
it.
you
I can
say?
quote it.
that was the old me. Not
What
the
did you
new
say? What did you
me.
say? What did
I
you
was
say?
saying,
What
like,
did you say?
I don't even know her. You know, that was a year ago. They filmed this a year ago.
Okay.
No, I said something like, oh yeah, you're from Rutgers. I was like, UT brown boys are my type or whatever. But then I'm like, but they're not. I've changed so much in a year, which sounds stupid, okay? But like, you know, stop.
What is it? All right, so, again, because y'all didn't do it on the show, right? But like, did y'all have a type in mind walking into the show? I actually know Rohan from high school.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Rohan's like 2 years older from me, went to the same high school. So
Okay.
like, I saw that and I was like...
Crazy combo.
Yeah, I was like, because obviously when the trailer came out, like I recognized you two, and then I didn't really like look through the rest. And then I saw the episode and I was like, wait, I know homie. Right?
I know homie.
But did y'all have like a type in mind, something that you guys were like expecting out of like whoever you were gonna get matched up with?
I don't really have a type in general, to be honest. I don't discriminate, but I mean, the
That's a
data
lie.
will show it's
That's a lie. That's cap.
That's Gee's way of saying, yo, I will shoot. Gee's way of saying, I will shoot at anything and everything.
we live in New York, you know, a lot of cultures, melt together. I didn't have a type. I mean, it is called Desi Me Dating, so I was expecting, like a pretty brown girl. I mean, I had the Jumkas prepared. I even had the cards that she was reading off of about our bio data or whatever. Raghu, before we started shooting, he was like, oh, if you want to write like a message to her, you can. So I like off the dome, like wrote like something in Hindi, like, you know, like shairi, like poetry, like, and then he was like, yeah, she's not going to get this. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe she's not as desi as I'm thinking she's going to be. So that threw me off a little bit, but.
Or she could have been South Indian.
Or salad. Yeah, I mean, you know, love is
or anything.
universal. I have a pickup line in every language, like Bangla, Telugu, Tamil. So like, we're chilling. Like,
He's just snitching on himself.
Riz Black Book?
I was ready.
So is that like a deal breaker for you? Like, would you want someone that's like Desi that knows how to speak like, or has like some culture?
Yeah, speaking the language is whatever.
Yeah.
I would say it's not a deal breaker, but yeah, it would be like the person I'm going to get married to eventually. I would want them to ideally have been from a similar culture or background with like similar shared experiences, just because I think you naturally connect more.
Yeah.
It's not always the case, but
Has
I
that
think
always been the case for y'all?
that's-
Because when I was younger, I feel like I cared about that like a lot less. like dating or marrying somebody like within like our culture, right? Like I cared about that like a lot less. Like everybody in my family used to always like joke around and be like, yo, like if somebody's about to date outside the culture or like marry outside the culture, it's about to be him, right? But like as I'm older, I definitely feel more aligned with that. Like I don't know if that's like my frontal lobe developing or what. Like y'all felt differently younger?
I just got cultured maybe 4 years ago. So like,
You barely,
I'm treading the line right here. But I would agree. Like, I'd ideally want someone that has at least like shared similar experiences growing up. You know, like it's hard to relate to like white people about certain things versus like Desi people who just already get it. You know, so.
What do
like
you
what, like trauma?
Yeah, like trauma, like parents not being your friends and like actually like, disciplining you.
bro.
Like it's two different things,
Yeah.
I think that, and then also I think it's also a product of your environment. Like in high school, I mostly had white friends. It wasn't like a predominantly white high school per se, but like I wasn't really brown or cultured, like you said, Sam, up until I got into college. I was like trying to fit into this mold, which all of us can probably relate to. Like I tried to like straighten this like thick hair that I have and like have the Bieber cut and like hang out with white people, and naturally was attracted to white girls. Then I got to college, found my like dance team, my circle, and then just felt more accepted and naturally like connected and started dating people in that crew. So that's kind of like, I think that's also a factor of, my dating history or why I want to date brown maybe. I don't know, but.
I think like I just can't even imagine dating somebody that's not brown inside like New York and then having them around the most brown of circles.
No need for that.
Like imagine going to a Darty and bringing your white shorty over there.
Yeah, no, I'd retire from the brown scene then, there's no need to continue.
But I like, you would be the one to have a Bieber cut in high school.
I tried and
Wait,
failed.
like straight hair Bieber cut?
I was trying to straighten it and grow it out. Kind of like what it is now, but just not curly, but it wasn't working for me.
Insert picture.
Yeah.
It's I think like especially like in New York, I do think that like it's everybody within your culture is so easily accessible. B, I know everybody keeps talking about like places to gather and things like that, right? But like, if you know one brown person in New York, you know every brown person in New York, right?
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time y'all bumped into somebody, dating or intimately or otherwise, and was like, oh, I have no idea who you are or don't have a
But it's kind of a green flag if they don't know anybody. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
If they don't know anybody?
100%.
Yeah, 'cause I'm like-
But when does that ever happen?
Like once or twice.
Really?
There's pockets of people in New York, of course. There's so many. There's millions of brown people. Like they probably predominantly hang out with other people, and they like don't have Desi friends, so they're not immersed in this. And then I'm like, good, stay that way.
No, it definitely is a green flag because anybody you see, right, like just out of the byproduct of 18,000 other people that knowing them, you're gonna know way too much about that person to even pursue dating potentially.
Or like you don't know them, but you know what people have said about them, which I don't think that means
worse,
that you know them, you know?
But I think that's how a lot of New York dating is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a text every other maybe quarter from like one of my boys being like, yo, how do you know this girl? Because I'm like following them on Instagram already.
Lol.
I
And I'm like,
I gotta plead the fifth on those. If somebody hits me and is like, yo, like you follow this person, right? Like what like I'm like, yo, I don't even know, right?
yeah,
Like,
I'll be honest. I'll be like, you're safe. Proceed. Like, don't worry. Like,
I wouldn't say like it just like stays in New York. Like the ties for brown people,
Oh,
it goes to
yeah.
like New Hampshire, Boston, Chicago, Texas, California. Like everyone knows each other or knows someone that knows someone. Like you can tie everyone together. That invisible string theory with everyone knowing each other is so prevalent especially in the brown community.
I think especially if you a sniper.
That makes it way worse.
Wait. When you say sniper, like, what do you mean? Because
you got game.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I'm
Oh my
You know who the snipers
What a
are.
sniper
Like,
is.
in a past life, because shout out to my girl if you're listening. This is all pre, right? Like I gotta preface all of this, right? But like, I think again, when you are a sniper, right? It comes with like a lot of people that you may not even know, thinking that they know you based off of whatever the fuck it is that they heard. Yeah. Like I honestly like. Yeah, my girl is like one of God's strongest shoulders, right? But moving around, like having to like, oh, like you don't know me, right? You don't know this other person, right? Like how many people have been like, oh, like you X, Y, and Z based off of something that somebody told them down the line. You don't know me. And that your experience, one person's bad dating experience with somebody is not everybody's bad dating experience with that person.
And I found it to be a really good filter with dating for me. Because like I've had girls who have not tried to pursue or turn me down subtly just because of things they might have heard, or I'm assuming it's because of things they might have heard about me through friends or whatever. Not that I've even like done anything wrong in my eyes to anyone, but I'm like, it's a good filter because it's like, if you can't form your own opinions about me, then I don't really want to fuck with you either. You know, it's like I want someone who can be their own person and do that.
I look at that now, like too, right? Like that ended up being like your loss, right? Like you, like that, like you a full on. If you are determining, fuck intimate relationships, even like I'm talking even like friendships too, right?
Yeah.
When somebody like, again, how many people or guys? I can only speak for guys, right? Like guys that don't rock with me based off of like whatever. It's like you don't want to be my friend because of some shit that like you don't even know the situation on. Mm-hmm. Like you don't even know the person that well that's told you that. Somebody just, my name came up in a room and they said something and that's what you're rolling with.
I also think that New York City, unfortunately, is a lot of groupthink. So sometimes one person will have heard a hearsay about like something from like 10 years ago, which didn't even happen. And then an entire group of 20 people will be like, nah, I don't fuck with them anymore. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I can say it in this room, right? Like I've heard shit about people like here, right? That it's just like in passing that I'm like, yo, like I can't, anytime those comes up, I'm be like, yo, not my circus, not my monkey, right? Straight up. Like, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. And for me to decide, because people have came up to me and be like, yo, like, oh, like, why do you talk to X, Y, and Z person? Like, I don't rock with them because of this thing in like college. I'm like, fam, I don't know that. I don't even know you well enough for you to be telling me that. Now, it's different. If like Sam come to me and say like, yo, like, homeboy's an asshole.
Right. There's you trust certain people. It also depends on like the levels of, you know, degeneracy that X person did, you know? It's like,
but I think like somebody coming up to, I feel it's weird when people feel even comfortable coming up to somebody that you don't even know that well and be like, oh, I don't rock with him.
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, you don't know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't know her. Right? And I think like guys do it to other guys, girls do it to other girls. Mm-hmm. Like in New York, girls definitely do it to other girls.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like it's what they call like dirty macking, right? When it's like, yo, like I'm sure y'all have seen that too. I want you, so I'm gonna downplay every other girl or guy that you talking to too.
Yeah, which sucks. Which also is why I feel like expanding out of the community sometimes is nice, because I feel like as much as I love having so many Desi friends, it's so nice. It's such a great supportive community, but sometimes it can be really toxic, and then you're forced to be like, I need to breathe and have peace, and sometimes that like resorts to you having to expand your group and stuff like that, which I feel like sucks because you want to be in such like a like similar group, you know?
Yeah, and I think that probably doesn't get talked about as much, right? Like we always like want to be, you know, like people talk about like community, right? And yes, there's a lot of positives that come with community, right? Like friendships, like knowing people, right? It's like how I'm sure like your parents talk about like the motherland and being able to relate back to like whoever the fuck from way back in the day. It's how we're probably going to talk about like New York City circles down in like 20, 30 years when we like married and like wherever the fuck, right? But it also comes with its negatives, right? Which is, yo, sometimes you're dealing with a large group of humans, right? People's petty bullshit kind of get in the way of that. And then you put it on an entire community rather than like individual people. Like I hear what you're saying, but like you put it on like, oh, like I got to be outside of this entire group of people, even though it's only
a few of them,
few people just messing with you.
Yeah, and it's tough because when I moved to New York, it was pretty lonely at first, right? It's a big city, but it can feel pretty lonely if you don't know a lot of people or have a crew like that. So I feel like one thing that I've been working on is my own self-respect, right? Like not putting time and energy into people that don't serve me. But it's hard because Browntown is everywhere now, right? Like we're in every space, which is awesome, but there's all that bullshit as well. So I don't know about y'all and what you've experienced, but I feel like sometimes I've in the past put up with shit that I don't necessarily believe in myself just so I can not get socially ostracized and like stay in the group or still have moves for the weekend or respect from people or perceived respect. So yeah.
I think like knowing like your people just ends up solving all of these problems, right? Like Sam always says like I'm an asshole because I don't like rock with like, it's not even that I don't rock with 90% of people, right? It's just that I just don't care to rock with 90%.
You have a high barrier to entry.
I don't though.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
I don't have a high barrier to entry. Like I think like it's just that like I know who, because I think especially like y'all are public figures as well, right? I think like as soon as you get into that,
a little bit.
Y'all just did
Say more.
y'all just did a dating show that got 400,000 views, right? Y'all are public,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I think that when you're in that space, like I think it's we talked about like hate comments and things. I think knowing the people's opinion that you care about fixes all of that. Like the reason I'm able to move around and do whatever the fuck, right, is because I really don't care what anybody outside of 10% of people probably think. Like I care about like Sam's opinion, I care about like my girl's opinion, I care about like my best friend's opinion, I care about my sister's opinion. The list is very, very short. Yeah. Because I got to remind myself that, and I think that's the facade of New York, is that it kind of makes you believe that a lot of people are your friends that are just acquaintances, because you see people so frequently. Like when I was like, I've been in like full like winter mode, right? But when I'm out every week, it kind of feels like that. We spending the hours of 11 p.m. to maybe 5 a.m. together, like twice a week for like 5 weeks straight. It's gonna feel like we friends.
Yeah, that's true.
But then I gotta ask myself, what do I know about you?
Yeah.
Outside of the fact that you like drinking tequila at 2 a.m. when we shouldn't be, right? Like that is the only thing that I know.
Yeah.
But I think like understanding like, like who your people are and all that makes it a lot easier.
Intentionality. Yeah.
So we really just ducked who was in her DMs. She even like, I don't even know if y'all noticed, she like just very casually put in there some celebrity DMs in there too.
Yeah, what celebrities are reading your stories? I don't know that.
Name drop. Name drop. I want names.
No, absolutely not.
Max.
No, bro. Okay, I dropped this one TikTok, and then you know who it's about. About this guy who I did not go on a date with him. It's a party. You guys were both at this party actually, and he was basically just like, you know, saying some crazy things. He was drunk, and then after that he was just like, yeah, like, you know, you're broke and all, and like unemployed and whatever he said. And then his friend was like, oh yeah, he was trying to get with you, whatever. From those comments, I put in my caption like, as a joke, I was like, I like short, broke, ugly men. And then I swear to God, I got 10,000 DMs that said, hey, I'm short, broke, and ugly. Or everyone gave like a different category of what they're doing and how they can help me in that aspect of life. So it's like, I get really stupid DMs. Like it's funny actually to just like walk through and read. It's nothing crazy. Yeah.
Wait, they responded to you because you said, I like short, broke, ugly men?
Like it was sarcastic because that's what he called me, right? So I was just like, yeah, I like short, broke, ugly men. And then all the short, broke, ugly men came to, you know, they're like, we are
It's one way to get a good amount of followers, right there.
Calling you broke is crazy, though. That's like non-sniper
Wait,
behavior.
calling you short?
Oh, no, she didn't call me short. You didn't call me short. No.
I was like, wait, what?
Anyways, whatever video, if I drop a video, then they'll usually use whatever the content of that was in the DMs or something. Or there's some really nice, like, poetic ones from India. You know, they'll drop, like, a really nice poem. Or, like, every 2 days, they'll be like,
What's a good DM? What was your last great, memorable, like, yo, I'm going to reply to this and I'm going to actually take it seriously?
It's less about what they're saying, it's more about who they are, I think. You know?
So basically, Saumya confirmed, it doesn't even matter, right?
No.
You have to be hot.
You got the sauce. Because it really doesn't. The same person, the same thing can be said by two different people. Who is saying it?
Okay, here's the thing. There is a line though. Like if it's a very attractive guy, I'm like, oh, whatever, and they just say, hey, I just feel like there's no content to pull off of. How do I respond to that? Then I'm like, there's a lack of effort there. But if it's something like funny, like I like funny DMs. Like you got to be a little tricky with it, you know? Like put a little sauce in it. Then it's like, okay, he's funny and he's interested and I like you. But, you know.
I do think that, like, again, if you're conventionally attractive, right? You're able to get away with like a lot less, right? That's why like tall dudes that have been tall and good looking their entire life have no personality, right? Like you have to have a phase in your life. You have to have a phase in your life where you were not that guy. So you figured out like, yo, like how to talk to girls, right? Like how to work on like something to help mold you.
Some
That was
people
my
are still
Bieber
going
phase.
through that phase.
That is my New York take. I think a lot of people in New York are going through that phase. I talked about this with y'all obviously know Rad, right?
Yeah.
But she talks about how like in New York there is an abundance of dateable, attractive women, South Asian women, and a complete lack in dateable South Asian men.
It's facts.
100%.
We have it good.
100%.
No, we were at some party and I was talking to these girls, right? And I was telling them, they're all like, oh, Ram, like, you know, like put us on, right? And I'm all like, yo, you know what's crazy? Every person that I would put you onto in terms of like, I would trust you to actually set you up with, they all taken. Like my friends are like, it's not that all of my friends are snipers. It's just the fact that all of my friends, anytime that they're single, because they're good, their actual catches in New York are immediately swiped into
Taken.
something.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I'm talking like the guys, right? Like the girls, like they're so like, you know what I mean? Like if a guy comes to me and it's like, yo, like can you set me up with like a girl? I got a bunch of people that I'd feel comfortable setting that person up with. But if a girl asks me that, set me up with a guy, I cannot in good conscience set you up with most people. Because all of my guy friends that are actual catches, anytime that they're single for like 5 minutes,
Off the market.
off the market.
Yeah, it's tough.
But
Bar's low.
Sorry,
Yeah.
to get back to your point, right? I think a big reason for that is like when you think about who like can afford to like live in New York, right? You're talking about kids who probably worked really hard in high school, worked really hard in college, software engineer type, right? Like smart, all of that, but they never developed the other things to be, I guess, attractive to women.
Like
They
the
never had their
social-
Bieber phase like me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They had it too easy.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were just like we use the term like yo, like they were just never outside.
Yeah.
Right? Like you develop that ability by just consistently doing it. And that's why you get such cringy versions of that now because this is their version of doing it.
Yeah.
And it's even
Okay.
cringier because it's in adulthood.
People have no EQ in the city. People are dumb as fuck, actually, and weird. As
Yeah,
fuck.
bro,
Yeah,
very-
that's-
The amount of shit that I be going out like sober now like a lot, right? The amount of shit that I overhear from like, because this is my favorite thing to do. Like if I see somebody trying to shoot at a girl, right? I'm like literally just in the corner, just like I just want to hear how this interaction goes.
It's the best thing actually to hear. Like I love cringy shit like
What's
that.
the worst
like,
one you've heard?
oh,
I know
bro,
you
it
know
was
what
like
I'm gonna
2
say.
weekends ago. Oh
Oh,
god.
say it.
Nothing. It was just like bros like dancing around the girl. I'm like, girl, stand still. You know, talk to the girl. Don't be dancing while you're trying to talk. She's standing still. Like, what are you doing?
Nah, the craziest
But
thing,
I
I'm not
see
even gonna throw the person under the bus. The craziest thing I heard of it, like, he has a conversation with one girl, turns around, and looks at the other girl and goes, so what's your deal?
Oh god.
I'm dead.
And when I tell you, I almost spit out, right? Like, I'm like,
Seen that happen IRL too. That's crazy. Like one guy will be like, talk to me, and I'll be like, oh no, I'm good. Then turn around 2 seconds later, he's talking to that girl, talking to my friend, and I'm like, bro. Then he'll come back around, and I'll be like, hey, how you feeling now? I'm like, bro, it's been 2 minutes. You talked to 3 girls, your stats are great, but it's like 0 free throw percentage, bro. You're shooting a lot of shots, but you're not making it in.
and that's why we talk about a real sniper shoots at the ones that you actually want. Like that you know what I'm saying? Like that's like very different, right? Like, but I do sympathize. Like I'm gonna ask you, like, what should men do in those environments? Because you're
Go home. No, I'm just kidding.
no, like you know what I'm saying? Because like I think like a lot of people have been fooled into thinking that it is like a numbers game, right? Like I got to just talk to as many people as I can, and one of them will hopefully.
I guess you could do that. It depends on what you want. Like, are you looking for a wife? Are you looking for a good time? Are you looking to make friends? Because depending on the category, if you talk to more people, then you can make a lot of friends. You can make connections. If you are looking for a good time, I guess you can do that too. If you're intentionally looking for someone like, hey, I really like this girl, I want to take her out, then you have to fully like invest in that person and be like, this is the person I'm talking to today, and this is who I'm going to devote my time to. And if it doesn't work out, then great, then have a good night, or maybe you do find someone else. But I think it's less about like, this person might reject me, so I'm going to move on to the next one. I want to get a number by the end of the night. It's like, man, I found someone I'm really interested in, and I want to see where it goes. And then you move on, and then whatever. Like, obviously, not everyone's going to get a yes, but You know, or like talk to them and like have a conversation. Don't be like, "Yo, what are you doing later tonight?"
I think I think that's like the larger issue, right? Is that like everything let me not say no man, right? But most men are not coming into that any exchange with a woman and trying to do anything but trying to get something out of it. And that is the reason for a higher failure rate, right?
Not even failure, but also like just getting that. We talked about reputation, just like bad reputations as like a fuckboy or whatever. I feel like inauthenticity is a big play in that. Like I mean, yeah, we joked around with the term sniper, but I mean, I think the reason I can snipe, I guess, is just because I'm authentic, genuinely trying to get to know the person. And like, I've even been told it's almost borderline love bombing, which I didn't even know that was a term until like a year or two ago. But then I looked back at like some of the things I've done and I was like, oh yeah, I did do that, but it wasn't with an ulterior motive like you're saying, Aram. It was like genuine. I just wanted to do that for the person because I like them. That's it.
I say that like all of my friends that are catches, the reason that they're catches is just because they're normal people that are able to have just as good of conversations with men as they are with women.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally.
Yeah.
And also I feel like you don't need to have like a 20-minute conversation, like a good 5-minute conversation with someone you're interested in, and then be like, hey, it was really nice talking to you. Hope I see you around. It doesn't need to be like
You do that well.
Yeah, but
You
it doesn't
get in and out of conversations really well.
exactly. But it doesn't need to be like, oh, now what should we talk about? You know, like you don't have to like if there's nothing left to say, just leave it. You know, I had a great time talking to you. I hope I see you around. Like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
It's like that plus like I think like when people like New York City like nightlife and like going out is so based off of around just dating or just like that. Like people aren't even able to have fun. That's a big reason that I don't even like really go out anymore, right? Because just because I'm like taken does not mean that I don't want to go out, right? But it's just that when I do go out, it's only ever about like that is the only thing ever going on.
Yeah.
Right? Like I can't actually go out with like a bunch of people and like just enjoy myself because nobody's actually there to like hang out and talk to each other or even like have fun, right? Everybody's there to go snipe out whoever that they're trying to snipe out. Because like I've left places that are like bumping because there's like there's no brown girl to shoot at here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I also feel like I don't know. You guys can tell me this. I feel like when girls go out, to be fair, I don't really go out anymore. I don't drink. I just feel like I don't know. The music sucks now, so I don't really go out anymore. However, when I did, I feel like girls go out because they want to have fun. They're like, oh my god, I'm tired from this, blah blah blah. I want to just dance my pants off. But I feel like when guys go out, literally, because when I'm hanging out with my guy friends, they're like, yo, I'm trying to get like 3 baddies numbers. I'm trying to do this. Or they'll play a game and they'll be like, who can get the most numbers? Or like, I'm trying to get tonight, you know? So then the intentionality is different. And then when you have that intentionality, then you're not there to have fun. You're there like, oh, it's outcome based. So the outcome is, do I get this? Do I get this? Then it's like, yeah, you're not going to have fun because you're so focused on that. But dude, just go out, literally hang out with your friends.
Totally.
Have a good time. Like the music should be good. You should be able to talk to your friends. That's like fun to me. Otherwise, I'm like, if you're going out just to like, I don't know, get numbers, I'm like, that just doesn't sound fun to me.
Yeah, I wasn't even on like the apps for like the longest time either because I like wasn't even looking for that, you know? And I found that most, if not all of my intimate relationships with people have happened just by happen chance. Like I was just hanging with my friends, going out, having a good time. And then I would naturally just meet people through networking. But it wasn't like, oh yeah, I need to find this, you know? Same goes for relationships and love. I have like a lot of female friends in my circle who are like, find me a guy or this or that. And one, like you said, I don't have anyone that I would recommend safely. But two, it's like, the more you chase something, the more it's going to run away from you. I'm a big believer in that. So I feel like when you're not looking for something or not trying that hard, it'll just happen.
That to me is honestly like, as I'm getting older, right? That is like my biggest, like almost like red flag in like friendships too, when it comes to like men, right? I think that like, this is going to sound like some Andrew Tateism shit, right? But I think that if you're so focused in on just trying to get like laid, I can't have you around me. Yeah. Like if we can't just go out, like, because you're right. Like, you're right. Like most, like think about like the implication of what a guy's night is, right? Like girls' nights happen all the time. They don't even call it girls' nights because it's just a Friday.
Yeah,
right?
true.
Like it's just a Friday. Like if a guy's night happens, it's like, oh, like yeah, like this is what we doing, right?
Yeah,
It's all like it's your taken homies, it's your single homies, it's the taken homies that aren't really faithful, all just trying to whatever, right? But I can't like now if that's the mood, like I can't be around that, right? Because it's like if we can't have fun, like I'm not wasting my time because A, in a committed relationship, right? Like, I'm not about to go out with you when that's the only focus.
Yeah.
Because then why am I here?
Yeah.
And you know what's wild is like I'll be going out just with my friends and like sure sniping here and there, but it's like very natural, organic. But then a lot of people see that and they think that like I'm doing it in some strategic way or this or that. So there's multiple nights where I go out where guys are like, yo, Akash, like, so like, who are you going for tonight? Or like, who are you talking to? And I'll be like, bro, first of all, chill out. I don't know you like that. But two, I'm like, I'm just having a good time. Like, you're being weird and annoying. I don't say that, but I'm just like, yeah, okay, thank you, bye. Like,
that is
annoying.
the worst projection
Yeah,
that
it's
I hear. That is
yeah.
the worst projection.
Yeah.
You think because you can't have a regular conversation with a woman but without needing something out of it, that you think that I can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? You think that, oh, because I'm talking to this girl for longer than 5 minutes, I'm flirting with this girl. No, I'm just having a normal fucking conversation,
Yeah.
right? You just can't do that. Me?
Facts.
I'm probably talking about aliens and shit to this girl off and Eddie, right? Like about whatever.
Yeah.
You need something out of this. Me, I could talk about aliens, I could talk about whatever, and I'm gonna get my kick out of that.
yeah. Or they'll be up in your business, be like, oh, like, how was it with this girl, this or that? Or like, they want to like see me talking to a girl at a party. I'm like, why do you want to watch? Like, are you a cuck? Like, that's fucking weird. Like,
Trying to take notes, bro.
yeah, I'm just like, nah, it's weird, bro. Yeah. Projection, for sure.
Bro,
yeah, it's
Again, like, and maybe this is me keeping my bar for like friendship and all of that high. Like that type of shit on like a friendship level when it comes to like man, just immediately is like a turn off. Because I can't have, like, you a loser to me. Like, you a loser to me. Now, I'm not saying that, like, your ability to talk to women is, like, the biggest indicator of anything. But to me, it is. Like, if you can't, because if you can't, the person who's good at talking to a man successfully is also just as equally good. It's just communication skills. It's EQ. It's basic human things that you need
Yeah.
across all genders.
Yeah.
and making people feel safe. I feel like women don't feel safe for understandable reasons with the dating scene today. But yeah, if you can, as an indicator, if a guy can keep a conversation with a girl, I feel like that makes them feel safe and comfortable. Yeah.
Do you guys think that you like males can have strong female friendships and it's just female friendships? I know there's some guys who can't.
You know what? For the longest time, I didn't think it was possible. And then with the female friends I have now, I actually got to know them, and they are disgusting. Like, in the most friendship way possible. It's like I literally see them as a bro. You know,
Okay.
like that's the way I'm trying to say.
Wait, but you call me bro.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh.
You're my bro.
That's crazy. Disgustingly crazy.
Respectfully.
Wait,
respectfully.
you said that most men can't, or you said that men can't?
No, because I have guy friends and I hear their conversations and I know for a fact that they've either considered or would want to if it was brought up with any of their female friends.
Then
or
those
they'll
aren't your
keep it
friends.
around. Sure, yeah, sure. For sure. But I'm just saying, like, I know there's some guys that can, they're green flags. They have a lot of female friends around them. And I actually think that's a green flag. If you have strong female friendships and they're just female friendships, that's actually a really good sign. But I feel like some guys just can't do that. And it's like eerily to see, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I don't want to be around that.
As much as that it is, I do think it's like my girl said all the time. Like she's like, yo, a big part of like her being attracted to me was like, yo, like I see that like your girlfriends, like those are really your homegirls for real, right? Like I see the way that you, like that's like your sister that like you would like ride for, right? As much as sure we can consider it a green flag, but I think it's such a red flag if you can't have strong female friendships that you would never ever ever consider a million years.
Yeah.
Right? Like, cause I think that like, it's like so weird. It's like, yo, like, cause you're saying that like, oh, if the opportunity was presented to them, cause girls, I believe, can have a bunch of male friends and that it not be a problem. Cause the girl has like, all she has to do is ask. Right? So, but I always say like, yo, that's not really your friend. If you could present to them with the option of like, hey, like, let's hook up. And they're like, not, their immediate reaction isn't like, ew, what the fuck? Like, that's not really, like, if that's not your immediate reaction, that's not really your friend.
Exactly.
Like, that has to be your immediate
100%.
reaction.
That's true.
Yeah, I think guys can have female friends, but it's rare though. I think for all the reasons we listed earlier, personally me, like, I don't have too many guy friends, or I'm very limited and selective about who I surround myself with. Like I have my boys from back home in Maryland. I have a few boys here, and that's kind of it. I'm capped out with the guy friends because it's just like dumbass conversations, or they're all like racist or like fucking weird or like misogynistic. No, it's true. It's true. Like it's pretty bad. So yeah, I feel like I resonate. And I grew up with like my mom and sister. So it's just like I resonate more with, I don't know, female friends, I guess.
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like guy friends, I don't know, I'll have guy friends and I think it's cool because you can just like kind of be yourself, say whatever, and like they'll just pull up and be like, yeah, I got you. That type of friendship is cool. However, sometimes I feel like, what do you guys think about this? A lot of times when your guy friends get girlfriends, they'll like drop you.
Yeah,
they'll
they fall off.
Like
yeah.
literally, no, not even fall off. They're just like immediately cut. And I can understand that from a girlfriend's perspective.
I
Whatever that
can't.
is.
I disagree. I think that on the, if we're talking about like male projections, that's female projections.
Yeah.
If you're making your man drop his homegirl that he's been friends with for like 6-7 years, like that, like why?
Have they hooked up before those in
No.
the scenario?
Again, like
that's a big.
That's different.
I'm taking out externalities like that,
Yeah.
right? Like because then we get back to like that's not really your homegirl,
Yeah.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
right? Like if you know what I'm saying, like it's one thing, like because that's not uncommon, right? Like you hook up with somebody once or twice, right? It don't work, and then like you know what, you look at them and you're like, you know what, you kind of cool, right? And then you keep them around, and it is what it is, right? But like your homegirl that like is just your homegirl, and your girl has a problem with it, then it's like, why do you have a problem with it?
But what would you do if your girl said that? If you're like, I don't really like her.
I don't really like her, or like you got like a
Or,
real
like, cut
reason.
No,
it.
like she's probably like, oh, I feel like she likes you. You know, like you need to not hang out with her anymore.
I would communicate that like, yo, that's not true. like I know this girl for real, and she's like a horrible person. And she knows me for real, and she thinks I'm a horrible person, right? So there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you like? I'm sure y'all have dealt with it before, right? From a past partner, whatever.
Yeah, I think it depends on the attachment style in the relationship. You know, some people are naturally anxious or naturally more secure. So I think, yeah, it depends. I feel like I wouldn't want to drop my homegirl if someone asked me to do that, if it was like early on in the relationship, you know? And I feel like hopefully I would find that out within the first 2 to 3 months. If it's later, then like, yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky situation.
It's tough.
If a guy asked you, would you drop like your homeboys?
No. If they're my homeboys, no. I just feel like what is it about them that's bothering you?
Yeah.
Or is it like our level of friendship? Is it the way he moves? Because sometimes guys can see, like, I'll be a little bit Zoe 101 sometimes. Because I know they'll be like, dude, that guy likes you. I'll be like, nah, we're cool. We're just homies. It happens so much. And then I'm like, there's no way. And then comes to find out when I'm single, it's different. So maybe like a guy can clock it and I can't. And I'll be like, okay. However, if it's like a guy I know, like this is my brother from like when we're 5 years old and you're like, I don't like him, then I'm like, then I don't like you, you know?
But I do see that.
Not like
I do feel like guys sometimes are. I feel like guys and girls are both able to clock that like a lot, right? Where it's like, yo, like that person actually like you.
Yeah, if you're dating someone and you see like you could tell who's into them, like the way that person's talking to them. You're like your significant other.
But should it matter? Like, should it matter? Because like,
I don't think so.
Because you have to think that like, yo, you're dating me, and you know that if you trust me, I'm gonna be respectful about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm gonna be respectful about it. Because again, because we do have like good female friendships, and a lot of them, doesn't mean that it doesn't change up the way that I act in and out of a relationship, right? Like, there's certain things that like I maybe now, because I have other commitments to my girl, I can't show up for you in the same exact ways.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a reality of like life, right? Like when you married and got a wife and kids, like you're still not showing up for your homegirl the way that you would probably show up for like 5-10 years ago.
100%.
It's just different.
Yeah. And at the same time, I will say, in the scenario, I would say it's on my homegirl. I would also hold them accountable to be inclusive of my significant other in the scenario. Because I have had instances where they don't make them feel as included as I would like them to be, especially if they know how important, you know, my significant other is to me at that point in my life. And that I think can be a little weird.
No,
and
that is
where-
a full red flag. Like,
Yeah,
that's a full friendship red flag. If like
And she
my-
likes you.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't even know if it
Potentially,
was in this
totally.
scenario. I talked about it a lot with my partner at the time, but like it was weird because I didn't think the person liked me, but I also didn't get why they were doing that. So I don't know.
like that to me is like weird because if my friends are anything but super welcoming to my
Yeah.
partner, then like you're not really my friends, right? Because
No,
if I'm introducing somebody to you and like if you claim to love me like that, you gotta assume that you love them like that.
Yeah,
like that's just how
facts.
I'm like built, right? Like if my friends, like if my guy friends and my girlfriends bring around, like I'm like opposite end of the spectrum where I gotta show you like extra, which has gotten me into issues too.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm like, I'll start like befriending on a heavy level, like the person, like my friend's like partner. And then, you know, whatever, they break up and whatever. And like that person is still like, oh, like, but I'm like, yo, I really developed love for that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because like you brought that person around. Right. So I extended them every bit of my love.
Yeah.
Cause like, that's what I would want out of my friends for my partner. Right.
True.
Yeah.
Have y'all had situations where you're friends with your ex's friend still? Like what you described?
Yes.
Or-
My ex's friends.
Yeah.
I'm like friendly. I wouldn't say like we're best friends. Like if we see each other, we'll like say hi and we'll have a good conversation. But it's not like I'll be hitting you up, be like, hey, you want to go out Friday night? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are laughing, but that's happened to me.
What?
Yeah, like I got out of a toxic relationship, and like I really hope you don't see this. I got out of a toxic relationship, and these were like my friends from childhood. Like they were my best friends, and then they started befriending him, and they were the ones that were telling me, you need to get out of this relationship. It's really toxic. He's very like verbally abusive, whatever. And then they started hanging out with him out like after we broke up, but they would lie about it, and then you know would go fly to see them, stuff like that.
How'd you handle that?
I cried, to be honest. You know, I was just like, damn, like you were the one that told me he like
Was
he
it a
was not a
friendship
good
thing
boyfriend.
or was it like more than a friendship? Like,
No, it was friendship. It was a guy and a
okay.
girl. It was nothing like that. But I mean, he's the type of person, like he's cool now. I think at the time it was just like he had not had his frontal lobe developed. However, I do think it's like you can be friends with it. Like I think you should just talk about it. Like of course you're gonna become friends with your friend's partner, and like you're gonna like you said, develop a relationship with them, love for them. So it's not like you'd be like, oh, you can't hang out with them. It's not that. It's just like, hey, I like this person, whatever. Unless they did something horrible to you, then I'm like, that's when the loyalty comes in, and I'm like, you don't have to be rude to them and be like, nah, like I'm like you're a horrible person. I'm gonna like chew you out. But then like, yeah, be civil, and then going out of your way. If you're gonna go out of your way to hang out with that person, then talk to your friend about it. Be like, hey, this is how I feel about it. What do you think about it? Then I feel like then it's like, okay, we're all adults here, like, you know.
Yeah.
I think, but I think though that's where my like loyalty like kicks in, right? Like we had you know, again, New York having a lot of overlap in like friendships and that. I run into situations like that where I realize that like my level of loyalty is just built a little bit differently, right? Where it's like if you're my homeboy and like, you know, like whoever your past partner is now like just like ingrained in our friendships and all of that, will I be friendly and cordial with her? Yes. But if I go out of my way to do that, I'm not being loyal to you as the homie, right? It's different. If they decide to have an equal friendship post and they decide, you know what, we are still going to be friends and we're going to share all these friends, sure, go crazy. But if that person is now ISOing out my homie and is still trying to kick it with all of us without him there,
It's weird.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. And like you see that a lot in New York because of like how like pre-games and parties work in the city, right? Like you just see like whoever invites everybody on the list.
Yeah.
Except for obviously the person that they were dating before. And to me it's like, yo, like I don't look at anybody else a certain type of way for like attending whatever. I couldn't. Because I think about the homie. I'm all like, you know what? When we're all out kicking it with your ex, what are you doing that night?
Yeah.
Oh.
And in the situation that you brought up, it's like interesting because I do think that like how somebody treats your friend is kind of a reflection on them, no?
What do you mean?
Like your toxic ex.
Yeah.
Like your friends knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that where like loyalty should step in?
Yeah. And again, it's not like that person is still a good person. I always have love and respect for all of the people I've been with. So it's like, don't go and do something crazy, but it's just like, have a level of communication, you know? Like if I'm going through something, we just broke up, then it's like, how are you doing? Or be there for them. And then, yeah, maybe if you want to have a friendship with that person, ask yourself why. Like you knew that they were this, and this, and this to me. It's like, is it just because of the way that they portray themselves when they're with you, whatever it is. But yeah, to me, like loyalty and friendship is so important. And I think it's really rare to come by these days. So when you find it, I'm like, that is my homie. Like you can tell from the immediate get-go if someone is loyal or not. I think it's hard nowadays to like pick sides and whatever. It's not that business drama stuff like that. It's just like, are you going to be there for me when I need it? Are you going to be there if someone talks behind my back? Like, you don't know what people are doing behind the scenes. And then it's like, not about picking sides and being weird, but it's like at the end of the day, you have a friendship with this person and have love for this person. So it's like, I'm going to support you and how you're feeling. Less about like, I'm going to go out of my way to like be friends with your ex. You know?
Yeah.
I think there's just enough people to be friends with. Like,
Yeah,
you don't gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't gotta be friends with my ex. Like, honestly, like,
That's
Yeah.
true. That is true.
they weren't that amazing. Like, honestly, like, what are we
That's
doing
crazy.
here, right? Like, what do y'all think? Like, what are y'all? I want to go around the room. What's everyone's like worst dating story? Singular date, not like I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear about the trauma that your past toxic
Let's go,
relationship caused. I want to go singular worst date.
I don't know. I haven't really been on.
I don't go on that many like dates like that. I'm a thing.
Okay, what the does
No.
that mean?
Like, yeah, I don't go on like I told you I wasn't really on the apps in the past. I wasn't like going on dates. I was mostly just meeting people.
Like, hey, just come
Organically.
over.
Just like hanging out with friends and meeting people that way, and yeah.
No, but I know
haven't
what he's
been on, like-
saying. I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
What
I
does he
haven't-
say?
Because like when you go on a first date, it's super intentional. It's like you're sitting down at a dinner and you're like, hey, I want to go on a date with you. Sometimes when you meet people outside organic, you're like, yo, let's grab coffee. Let's go to this thing. It's like you don't think about it as like this is a first date and this is what we're doing. It's like you want to hang out with that person, see what they're about. And I guess that's considered a date, but you don't really like, you're not like, oh, I made it like plans with this person at this time and like la la la.
You think that hurts? Because I agree. Like, that definitely happens like a lot in New York. It's like, oh, let's just grab coffee tomorrow or
Yeah.
whatever, right? You don't think that kind of hurts the dating experience?
In what way?
Because I think like the idea of like, not that like you gotta go like, oh, crazy and like, you know, let's go to dinner and like drinks and all of that, but I think that there is something about the intentionality of that approaching, because a coffee and stuff is just too easy. Like, I've seen motherfuckers do coffee, then a lunch, then
Some have
drinks.
like 4 dates lined
Yeah,
up
they
in
got
a day.
4
It's
dates lined up.
hilarious.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Girls too.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro. Like, yeah, like I've had homegirls that have come from a date, kicked it with the homies, and be like, "Yeah, I got another date at 8."
Yeah.
Like,
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I guess it's not a first date story, but we were talking about intentionality. The closest thing I had was I met this girl through a mutual friend, and I was like, yo, like we all got like brunch together, but at brunch I was like, yo, let's get coffee or something later this week. Because she was visiting in New York, and she was like, yeah, I'm down, had it all planned. Then the morning of, she like flakes. She's like, nah, I can't, I don't think we should do this. We should just stay I asked her out for coffee at brunch, but it was bottomless. So I didn't think too much of it. I was like, okay, maybe she forgot. Maybe it was a drunk thing. So I was like, you know, I'm not going to remind her. Let's just drop it, stay as friends. But then she was like, nah, like, so are we still doing this on Friday? And I was like, okay, bet. And then Friday comes around and she flakes on me and is like, nah, I think we should just be friends. And I was like, why did you tell me to ask you out again?
did you hear something?
I don't think so. I don't know why she got cold feet, but I was just like, it's kind of weird. Yeah. So that wasn't fun, I think. Because then I was like, oh my God, like, does she hate me? Like, why? Like, yeah, I don't know. But
It probably was internal. Maybe she
Maybe.
wasn't ready,
yeah.
you know?
But then I was like, why'd you like remind me to ask you out?
Or she got a relationship back home.
Yeah.
Back home is insane.
That's every girl's talking to their ex and like 5 other guys
girls
at any time.
girls be treating New York like it's Miami,
Like,
bro.
yo,
Like, you ever see a
yeah.
girl? You ever
So
see a
free
girl
for
that's
all.
just stopping in New York, visiting her friend for the weekend,
Jeez.
treating that shit like it's Miami? Like, they're not even in a relationship when they're
Yeah.
here.
That's crazy.
Guys don't even need.
That's insane.
Guys don't even need to be in a different.
I hate the
state.
concept of a roster. It's cooked. I feel like it's fucking dating over.
He's so
Yeah,
for real,
it's-
Akash.
What?
You hate the concept of a roster?
Yeah, I hate the concept of a roster.
Just because he has one doesn't mean he agrees
Oh,
with it.
yeah.
It's an internal struggle.
No, I'm just like, how do you have like the time and energy? Like, I can't focus on more than like one person at a time. I'm just like, it's crazy to me that people can do that. I feel like it makes you cold, like dating in New York. If you have like, it makes you like a cold-hearted person to like, you have to be a certain level of detached to be able to like
true.
do
Yo.
that. No judgment, by the way. It's fine. I get why people do it, but
Yo,
it's
absolutely.
yeah.
Because like you're like, again, like it's so hard for you to emotionally open up to so many people so often that like it's just, you're never gonna get like the actual emotional connection because you're looking at every single person in front of you and are like, you're just like the last like 5 people I just went on the same exact date with.
Oof.
And then the lack of again, back to like NPC culture in New York, the lack of originality in conversation, it truly does feel like the same exact thing.
No, it does. It does. I also will say, from guys I've seen in New York, and guys have seen in other states. Like when I go back to Texas, let's say like I was seeing someone, the way that they handle the date or in general, like, or they're just like the Southern hospitality of it is so different. They're like super intentional. They'll take your time. They'll like walk you out, drive you here, whatever it is. Obviously you can't do that in New York City because you can't drive. But it's like in New York, it's like, yo, let's meet up here. And then yo, let's, I don't know. It's like a numbers game. And then when you're in Texas and they're like, okay, ready to get married? And I was like, what? I met you 5 minutes ago, brother. But no, it's just so different in terms of the date. Even in LA is like that too. It's just like, oh, here, there, here, there, here, there. But that's why I feel like, is it dating in New York? It's kind of just like you're doing one-on-ones with people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, New York also just offers like a little bit of like Arrested Development where you got like 28, 29, 30-year-old dudes that are still treating like, because I actually at this point in my life, and I'm coming from a very privileged place of just like having like a partner, but like, it's like, I think it's just like the lack of intentionality. Like you can't be serious and say like, oh, I want to like get married and all that. If you're not going to treat it seriously from go, it's very difficult to eventually transform it into that. Yeah. Because that girl's never like, think about like what a relationship is. Like she has to trust like your ability as like a man to like lead like a relationship and like set the tone. If the tone you're setting is, yo, meet me at this place, like let's go out, like that's the tone.
That's true.
So like, why would she ever take that seriously?
Yeah.
Right. And again, like, yeah, you can't drive and stuff in New York, right? But like, bro, people in New York make good money, bro. Like, call your girl an Uber. Say that you go meet her there, right? Like, take her to dinner. Like, again, stop putting up 1,000 shots. Take five good ones. I'm not saying that, like, again, dating is somewhat of a numbers game. You do have to meet people and see, like, hey, like this. But at some level, you got to start scoping out the shots that you're taking.
Yeah, my best date ever wasn't at a bar. Like, I can tell you a best date story. It was like my boys were like, what's a good date idea? And I was like, weather was nice outside. We walked to my favorite park in Battery City. Picnic blanket. We actually went to McNally Jackson's, picked out books for each other, and then just like chilled, had a picnic, read to each other, just like talked. That was it.
That's dope.
Cute.
That's it.
That's wholesome.
Yeah.
You're the best
And
at
it
the
was-
slut. Like,
that's
like
like-
emotional
Don't
slut.
write that one down.
I'm genuine. I'm just like, I was just like, yeah. That's
Yo, but, hey, that's gay.
Bruh.
I think like the slowing down of it is important, right? Because like we're squeezing people, and that's the other thing I hate. People you could see it. Like people try to squeeze in dates before they go out on the Friday night.
Yeah. That's
It's like you have no like you're still not prioritizing. Like if you truly serious about dating, be serious about dating.
Yeah.
Right?
We have a saying in our sales team. I work in sales, but it's slow down to speed up, which is exactly what you're describing. Like, yeah.
Again, right? Like, but when you're when you're taking so many of these like whatevers, right? Like that's exactly how you start. And again, the way that like one of my favorite quotes is like the way that you do anything is the way that you do everything, right? If you treat one of these or 5 of these like, oh, it's like a whatever date, that's inevitably how you start treating all of your dating
Was
experiences.
that Marshall Falk from Colorado? He's the new running back coach.
No.
He literally said that. He just got hired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by Deion Sanders. Yeah, that's so funny.
No, but I think like the lack of intentionality ends up becoming like a habit, right? And then you end up becoming just...
Yeah, you want to hedge your bets because you're scared of getting hurt or being vulnerable and opening up to someone. But you kind of have to take, I mean, that's what love
take
is
the
at the end
risk.
of the day, right?
Yeah.
You got to take that risk to like, I mean, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. It sounds cliche, but it's so true. Like, yeah. I
Brown
don't know,
boy EQ just don't be there. Brown boy EQ just don't be there.
That's why it's amazing. The small few that do, like the bar is so low. It's
Bro,
so
it's
incredible.
It's below the
So
ground.
incredible.
Bar is
You just
so-
can't smell like shit, dress decently well, be relatively good at talking. That's it.
Bro,
That's it.
Like literally the bar is so
It's amazing.
low.
What a time.
Like I tell like
Whatever, dude. It's so easy for y'all. If you open the door, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna marry him." You know, like
like the simplest. Yo, it's so easy too. It's like you DoorDash some flowers. It's like
Yes.
no,
Oh.
actually, though.
Get your
I'd
shit
be like,
together,
wow.
man. We're going to start holding them accountable. Change starts
No,
here.
no.
Starts today.
No.
It's a
No,
Carlo.
come on.
I appreciate y'all doing this. This was fun. I needed this. I'm the type of
great.
guy to look around the homies and be like, yo, I needed this.
Oh my God.
We end every episode with like a segment called like Call Your Shot. It's literally something that, hey, you say it on the pod, I'm able to like clip it up, something you do in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Could be about personal, professional, business. The idea being you say it up here, I can clip it up and send it to you when you get it done. So a little bit of pressure, right? But I trust in y'all. So guys, call your shot.
You start.
What? You start?
No, you start. You're the one with millions
You've
of followers.
been here a million times. You
Oh,
must
yeah,
have a
true.
freaking goal.
I didn't think
No, that's like the most goalless person.
Don't do them like that.
I can't go first. I have to think about it. I have to intentionally think about
What
it.
do you mean you've been here a million times?
Yeah, but I've never been asked this question. It's a new segment.
Oh, it's a new segment?
No, it's been a
Ish.
segment. The one episode he came on was kind of a special episode. We didn't
Oh,
really do this.
okay.
The episode that he was on, I like lost my job, and that's all we talked about.
Oh, dude, valid, same. Slide any referrals my way. Okay, my goals. I have a lot of goals, actually. This is for what? How many years on the road?
Whatever, 1 year, 2 year, you set a timeline.
Okay. The thing is, I don't know where the direction of life is going. Like, it could be, for example, I was working in corporate, CSM. That's what I've been doing, like in tech sales, all that stuff. That's what I've been doing. However, recently I've been more intentional about my social media content creation, but also professionally doing modeling, dancing, singing, acting. In the next couple of years or so, I want to release more music. So I just started doing that. Be more serious about it, be an artist, release music videos, things like that. That was I didn't even know it was a dream until it started happening, dream. Modeling, I think I've been doing it, which is fantastic, but I think acting is one thing I want to get more into. So that would be being in more commercials or films or movies or things like that. Or even being a part of something amazing. Like, let's say the content creation for me is less about I have this many followers or whatever it is. It's just like, do I get the exposure to be a part of something amazing? And like that to me is super exciting. So wherever that is, that could be like back to my roots of mental health, the community, giving back, making even brown girls just like feel at home or like they're seen in the media. That to me is like a huge goal, which I know is being worked on right now in a fantastic ways. But yeah, I think those are like my medium-term goals. And also be financially free, because right now I got laid off. I've been interviewing. It's been really tough. And I'm just like, I know that's so cliche, but like, is this corporate life for me? Whatever. Trying to figure out what that is and take it and like continue to.
Yo, fam, lock in. Like, you a full on creative. I can see it. Like, all the work that you be putting in, you a full on creative. Just like lock in. I'm telling you, like, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be like difficult as fuck
hard.
for like 6 months to a year. But like, Sam told me this when I got laid off, right? Like, I didn't have, like, when you don't give yourself an option of returning back to corporate, it makes you go find the money. Like, that's the only difference between me and everybody else that's been doing this, right? Like, I had to go, like, and again, it's like, I'm telling you, I struggled. Like, anybody else in my shoes would have immediately started interviewing for jobs and shit.
Yeah.
But like, again, like, I was like, I was so stubborn. I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna find some money in this. Like, you talented, right? Like, you talented. Just like focus in on that. I could tell like you were creative at heart. Just like lock in.
Yeah.
Like,
100%. Thank you.
absolutely, fam. Gee.
Yeah, well said, Saumya. Which one? This camera? Yeah, if you see me on the streets of New York, you didn't see me. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, if you see me, say hi, whatever. I think right now I'm going through a metamorphosis as a 27-year-old in New York City who's been here for 5 years. So figuring a lot of things out, but I would say my biggest creative outlet right now is probably my Instagram account, whether that's through photography or collaborations with my friends or DJing, which soon to come, DJ debut. It's going to happen this year. And I'm not going to go by the name DJ Ghee. That would be too obvious. Yeah, so just follow me on Instagram, and happy to connect with all of you guys out there. So it's Akash Bagash. We'll put it on the screen or something.
Wait, let me plug real quick. Okay. At Saumya Gopal. Unfortunately, my TikTok is tall brown giraffe with a
That's
the eye is a one.
hilarious.
Sam, call your shot outside of moving out.
Oh, that's a sore
leaving?
subject.
Moving out of
Asshole.
what?
Just leaving the
He's just leaving
apartment.
me.
You know what? I think my
idea.
goal in the next year is to have a goal. I feel like I feel like too many people like feel like they have to have their whole life figured out. Like I don't really have my life like super figured out, and I don't really have like crazy long-term goals. I'm really in the moment, just trying to have fun, enjoying every day. Like when I'm on my city bike, like I'm not focused like on what's going forward. My head is up, looking at the buildings. I'm taking it in. I'm like, is this real life? I'm living in New York City among sick friends, got a crazy life. But I guess in the next year I should have a goal. So I guess, that'll be my goal, is to find something like I'm passionate about that I really love. Because like work is work and, it pays the bills, but it's not what I truly love. So like that'll be my goal, is to figure out what I want to do and what I'm like actually excited to wake up and do.
Well, you're moving out, so we're not going to check in back with you after a year. So
like that.
Yo, guys, thank you again for doing this.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
fam. Appreciate y'all listening. Peace.